Joining me now to talk about this even more is Scott Devitt, Managing Director of Equity Research at Wedbush Securities. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, let's just dive into this conversation. It's really exciting having Pinterest here, but we're seeing more competition from social media platforms when it comes to online shopping. So what advantages does Pinterest actually have, and what new challenges does it need to overcome any sort of challenges right now we're seeing in the sector?
Well, over 50% of the users come to Pinterest with the intent of making a purchase. Historically, the challenge that Pinterest had is its ad system wasn't really built to drive shopping transactions. It was more of a funnel discovery, top of the funnel discovery platform. And the company with the new management team in place now has altered the advertising system to get deeper down in the funnel, but with using AI as well to make it a more shoppable experience such that the intent of the consumer matches the ability for Pinterest to actually make money off of that user. And that's been the success of really the past many quarters, and the stock move being stronger in recent quarters as well. The challenges that Pinterest has include, the fact that less than 5% of spend by advertisers online is allocated to Pinterest. And so the category is dominated by Meta, Alphabet, and Amazon. And then secondly, as they increase the ad load on the platform, sometimes it can dilute the overall experience. Its competitors have been able to manage through that over time, and I would imagine that Pinterest can as well. But those are some things to monitor.
And CEO Bill Ready has been bullish about Pinterest's popularity with the Gen Z audience. So explain to viewers why this is such a vital demographic for Pinterest and the social commerce community overall.
Well, as you mentioned, it's going to be a growing proportion of spend in coming years. It is the fastest growing demographic and represents over 40% of users on the platform as of the first quarter. Gen Zers are very active on the platform. Nearly 70% of collage creators are Gen Z, and these are some of the new products that have been created by Pinterest. And this means that Gen Z users have been engaging more deeply with products and services than historical users. And it's very unique for a platform to age down versus aging up on the internet. So it's definitely an attribute that Pinterest has that's unique to it.
Sorry, there's a bit of a delay there, but from your vantage point, how are retailers changing their strategy from advertising to price points with younger online shoppers entering the picture?
Interactive content, personalization, pop-up events. Retail, like everything else, I suppose, in life these days in the internet age, is evolving to cater to a different type of consumer. Because of where Pinterest is positioned in terms of how the platform is utilized, retailers are engaging with it to try to attract that younger consumer and actually try to convert consumers into buyers. So Pinterest is very favorably positioned. Retailers are leaning in to the Pinterest platform, albeit at a subscale level, as I mentioned, sub 5% of the total spend, but a growing proportion given that Pinterest is gaining some market share. So it's been very exciting to see Pinterest make this transition and to see retailers engage with the platform in ways that it hadn't historically.
Now, Scott, Ready has also boasted about Pinterest's involvement with AI. So how are companies using this technology to curate individuals' shopping experience, and how effective do you feel it's been going so far?
It improves relevancy, and there's a lot of image-based search on Pinterest. And so with Gen AI, it improves the ability to use image-based search results relative to historical text-based results, which is, again, a very favorable characteristic for Pinterest, given the way that the platform is used. And so you've seen success. Bill mentioned it a little bit earlier on the show in his presentation of how Pinterest is actually using it. And I think the company sits in an enviable position in that regard. In addition, Pinterest has third-party partners in Amazon and Alphabet also infusing AI into the Pinterest platform. So they're leveraging their own first-party capabilities, and then they're also leveraging third-party capabilities from two of the largest hyperscalers in the world.
Now, we have about 60 seconds left of this conversation, but besides the emergence of Gen Z and AI, what are some factors that could determine which internet and social media platforms are most successful in 2024?
You have to be a place that consumers want to spend time. And so there are several platforms that have that. You have to have the combination of being a place to spend time and be able to monetize. When you look at something like Snap, they certainly have the first, they haven't quite figured out the second. Pinterest is right in the middle now, where they figured out the use case for the consumer and they're beginning to better monetize, and they sit in this unique position that consumers are pinning things for items that they ultimately want to purchase.
Yeah.
And that intent is a very favorable aspect of Pinterest that's unique to it, despite it being one of the smaller platforms out there.
A lot of key takeaways right there. Thank you so much, Scott, for joining us on Live today.
Thank you.